Agent X, also known as Nijo Minamiori, began life far removed from the wisecracks and mercenary flair he would later adopt. Born in Japan, he grew up steeped in the disciplined traditions of martial art training, shaping him to be a skilled assassin with a sharp mind for strategy. Nijo's early years were defined by loyalty. He served under the Garrison Kane faction of the Six Pack and admired his comrades, but that trust was betrayed when his own brother Teiji turned traitor. Teiji betrayed the team they served with, selling them out for his own ambition. In the middle of the firefight caused by the betrayal, Deadpool was the one who killed Teiji. Depending on who's telling the story, it was either a calculated kill or simply another body in Wade's reckless rampage. To Nijo, though, it didn't matter that his brother had brought it on himself. What seared into his memory was the image of Deadpool ending Teiji's life. And from that moment on, he buried the truth of Teiji's treachery beneath a burning obsession with revenge. Beneath the hardened killer he became, a sharp and biting sense of humor began to surface, less a natural trait than a shield against the pain that had shaped him. After Teiji's betrayal and death, Nijo tracked Deadpool relentlessly, convinced that Wade was the source of his suffering. His pursuit ended violently when both men were caught in Black Swan's trap, leaving Nijo near death. Instead of dying, he was subjected to the Black Swan's experiments, which rewrote his body and mind. Nijo survived, but the experience left his memory fractured and his identity forever altered. Emerging with an unstable healing factor, heightened reflexes, and an almost alien resilience, Nijo abandoned his old name and adopted a new one, Alex Hayden, soon calling himself Agent X. In this new persona, he leaned into sarcasm and irreverence, a sharp contrast to the bitter assassin he once was. He quickly became entangled with Sandy Brandenburg and Taskmaster, turning their mercenary training business into his own proving ground. Instead of working in secrecy as he had once had, Agent X embraced loud, flamboyant contracts, building a reputation as a mercenary who was both dangerous and impossible to ignore. When Deadpool seemingly disappeared, Agent X stepped into the vacuum, operating as a bizarre reflection of Wade's chaotic style. His jobs ranged from violent cleanups to absurdly comedic assignments, each one showing the strange balance of brutality and wit that defined him. Eventually, Deadpool did resurface, and the strange overlap of their lives led to uneasy alliances and confrontations. Rather than remain rivals, Agent X carved out his own space in the mercenary world, still tied to Deadpool by circumstance, but no longer chained to his hatred. Their first partnership came when Black Swan resurfaced, forcing the two men, along with Sandy and Taskmaster, into an interesting alliance. The mission was a mess of double crosses and chaos, but together they managed to bring down the telepath, ending the threat that had originally scarred them both. Not long after, Agent X and Deadpool's rivalry gave way to a bizarre camaraderie. Alex often borrowed Wade's outlandish mercenary tactics while mocking him at the same time, creating a dynamic that was equal parts competitive and strangely affectionate. They found themselves on overlapping contracts, sometimes clashing, sometimes teaming up, but always pushing each other into more unpredictable territory. One of the stranger moments came when Agent X's powers spiraled out of control, causing his body to swell into a grotesque, near-immortal form. It was Deadpool alongside Sandy and Outlaw who helped rein him in. Despite the mockery and banter that defined their interactions, Wade showed a kind of loyalty, stepping up for Alex when no one else would. Their connection lingered beyond direct team-ups. Even when Agent X wasn't at Deadpool's side, he remained a recurring figure in Wade's orbit, a distorted reflection of who Deadpool was, and a reminder of the strange legacy left in the wake of Black Swan's experiments. Each time they had collided, the result was an unpredictable mix of brutal efficiency, gallows humor, and a reluctant sense that, for better or worse, that they understood each other more than anyone else could. Agent X may never have reached the fame of Deadpool or other mercenaries in Marvel's roster, but his existence carved out a unique corner of storytelling. He embodied the strange consequences of obsession, betrayal, and identity, a man broken down and rebuilt into someone almost unrecognizable, yet still carrying the weight of his past. His journey showed that vengeance can consume, but reinvention can also liberate. Through his antics and chaotic contracts, Agent X highlighted the absurdity and darkness of the mercenary life, while also providing that humor that could be both a weapon and a shield. His importance lies in being more than a parody or shadow of Deadpool. Alex Hayden became a character who mirrored Wade's unpredictability while offering a different perspective on survival and self-definition. He stood as proof that even the most tragic beginnings could evolve into something sharp, witty, and strangely resilient. From his story, readers are reminded that identity is not fixed, loyalty can be fragile, and even in a world of betrayal and bloodshed, it's still possible to find purpose, sometimes in the most unexpected and unconventional ways.